At a certain point, you can't deny it. So I'll admit it. Yes, I am making this video just to annoy one specific commenter. Because fuck you. Socialism is slavery.
You love capitalism. Really, you do.
Wow. You can't just tell me how I feel about something, sir.
And you can't stand big government. Really, you can't.
That is a bold claim, sir. You better be prepared to back that up with some sort of proof.
Don't believe me? Then I'll just have to prove it to you.
That's what I said.
Do you use an iPhone?
No.
Android?
Yes.
MacBook?
No.
PC?
I do.
Read on a Kindle?
No.
Watch TV and movies on Netflix?
I do. This is starting to get fun.
Videos on YouTube?
I make videos on YouTube.
Shop on Amazon?
That's how I got all this stuff to make videos on YouTube.
Listen to Spotify?
No.
Search on Google?
That's part of the way I make all my videos for YouTube.
Send money on Venmo?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Grab a ride with Uber?
I've done that before.
Drive with Waze?
I don't know what that is.
Book a room with Airbnb?
I don't know what that is either.
Are you on Facebook?
I am, but I never look at it because it's Facebook.
Or Instagram?
I am. I think I follow one person. Wait. Unless that's not what I'm thinking about. I might be thinking of the other one, the Pictionary one, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't remember. Yeah. I think I follow... I don't know. I never look at that shit, so I don't even know.
Or Snapchat?
Snapchat, not Pictionary. Snapchat. I don't think I have a Snapchat. I don't know. There's Instagram and then there's something else. I don't fuck it. I don't look at any of that shit. So no. I know one girl said I have to follow her on one of those, so I follow one girl on one of those because she said I have to. And then there was another one that somebody... Well, I'm not going to tell that story. Somebody sent me dirty.
You probably use many, if not all of these things. And if you're like me, you love them. In today's world, they're practically necessities.
Well, I mean, I love these things, but, you know... they're practical, but I wouldn't really say they're practically necessities.
Where do you think they came from?
Well, smart people, I imagine.
From entrepreneurs with great ideas and the freedom to test them in the marketplace. That is what is known as capitalism.
Is that what capitalism is? Sounds pretty cool.
Now consider some other things you probably use. Have you been to the DMV?
Yes. I should show you guys a picture on my license sometime. It's hysterical. Essentially, I went like this. I had fucking the chin like that. Because I always think it's cool to have like a funny picture on your license. Because then if you get pulled over and you hand the cop with a funny picture, I don't know. It's a trick I use. I can't really say quantifiably if it works or not, but you know, it lets them know I'm kind of a fun time guy. You know, might make them think I'm probably drunk though. Yeah, that could probably work against me. Fuck.
Gone through airport security?
No, thank God. But I hear it's fucking shitty.
Mailed a package at the post office?
Yeah, I've been there. Fuck that shit.
Called the IRS customer service line? Or called any government office for that matter?
Yeah, I've been there. Fuck that shit more.
What's different?
It sucks. All of those things suck.
Why is going to the Apple Store so fun, but going to the DMV so painful? Because one has nothing to do with government, and one is the government.
Huh. That's interesting.
One needs to satisfy its customers to survive and grow. One doesn't. The purpose of government is not to create products, and we don't expect it to. But if you thought about it for a few moments, you'd realize you don't want the government involved in just about anything private business can do.
Well, why is that?
That's because profit-motivated individuals have to work to please their customers. You. Government agencies don't have to please anyone. Call that IRS service line if you doubt me. Can you imagine if Steve Jobs had to seek government approval for every new design of the iPhone? We'd have been lucky to get to the iPhone 3G.
And I bet you they're up to the fucking iPhone 26G, but they just fucking hold that shit because goddamn Apple.
Look at Uber.
Well, what about Uber?
Just a few years ago, summoning a private driver in a few minutes who would take you where you wanted to go was truly a service available only to the wealthiest people. But now, thanks to capitalism, private rides are an affordable option for ordinary people all over the world.
I will say, even though it is just like some dude's car, I do feel kind of fancy when I'm taking an Uber ride somewhere. It's kind of cool. And every time I've ever been in an Uber, I gotta tell you, the fucking drivers have been great. I've taken Uber, I think, twice. Yeah, like twice, something like that. Both times were kind of to and from baseball games, you know? But every driver we've ever had has been a fucking riot. It's a fun service, honestly.
Until Uber came around, if it started to rain in, say, Manhattan, and you wanted to grab a cab, good luck. Too many rain-drenched people and too few cabs. Uber had a better idea. Rain falls, demand for rides spikes. Raise prices to incentivize more Uber drivers to hit the road. Ride in the rain problem solved.
I guess money does make the world go round.
Airbnb is another example. Only a few years ago, if you were going on vacation with your friends or family, hotels were just about your only option. But hotels are expensive and often don't provide all that much in terms of space, amenities, or interesting neighborhoods. If you wanted to, say, find out if individual homeowners were making their homes or apartments available for a few nights, you'd have to scour internet postings. But then Airbnb came along, giving anyone with a computer or smartphone access to over 2 million homes in 190 countries.
Well, that sounds kind of fucking dangerous.
You can find places with hot tubs and pools, or if you're on a tighter budget, you can rent a room, or even just a couch.
That is pretty cool, though, like a place to stay. I guess if I had like a spare room or something like that, that'd be kind of cool. But I don't, strange, you know, you never know who you're getting. I don't. But you know, you are getting into somebody's fucking car with an Uber, so I guess what are you gonna do?
Government never could have done this. What motivation would it have? How would it even know we wanted services like Uber or Airbnb?
It wouldn't, because they don't know shit.
We didn't know it until risk-taking entrepreneurs made it possible. Thanks to capitalism.
This capitalism thing sounds great.
And no thanks to government, which more often than not just gets in the way.
Yeah, I buy that for $1.
Why? Because the government's knee-jerk reaction is to regulate and control everything it can regulate and control. Otherwise, what would be the purpose of many government agencies and all those bureaucrats?
Yeah, preach on, brother.
Cities across the world are putting up barriers to slow down or shut down services like Uber and Airbnb. Rulemaking may be the only area where the government shows creativity.
That's for fucking sure.
Economic growth has the best chance of happening in the absence of that rulemaking. As economist Adam Thayer explains, the internet, to use just one important example, was able to develop in a regulatory climate that embraced what he calls permissionless innovation.
Well, what is that?
This approach to regulating allows entrepreneurs to meet their customers' needs without first seeking government approval.
But it sounds like you're saying anybody could do that. That's crazy.
In sum, almost everything you enjoy using is a product of capitalism. Almost everything you can't stand is a product of big government.
Man, I love capitalism.
So do you love capitalism?
Of course I do.
Of course you do.
That's what I said. I mean, it sounds like I practice it every day.
You practice it every day.
Jesus Christ, next thing I know, you're going to start telling me it's time to preach it.
It's time to preach it.
Okay, this is getting fucking weird.
I'm Jared Meyer of the Manhattan Institute for Prager University.
And apparently that motherfucker is also a wizard.
you.